The reading from the Holy Gospel is from the Evangelist Matthew, that is reciting so often, and especially today, some of the prophecies about Jesus Christ by the prophet Isaiah, and this particular prophecy came to fruition only 700 years after it was revealed. So God is true to His word, even if it takes this long or even longer. The Evangelist Matthew declares the prophecy of the prophet Isaiah, saying, "For those who sat in the region and shadow of death, light has dawned." The beginning of the ministry, the mission of Jesus Christ, His preaching and His work of salvation to the world, to take place in the land of Zebulun and Naphtali, is a very deeply loving action. It's very profound, and it has many hidden meanings attached to it. The territory of Zebulun and Naphtali, they belong to two of the sons of Jacob. These two sons of Jacob, they participated in the attempt of killing their brother Joseph by dumping him into a well before they decided that they were going to sold him to slavery. So Joseph, after experiencing the darkness of the pit and the experience of slavery, he was revealed to be the savior of his brother and his family. From the same territory also, the famous prophet Jonah, who through his preaching saved the people of Nineveh from their sins and from the destruction of their city. Jonah also, before he went into that mission, he experienced the darkness of the deep sea and being in the belly of the sea beast, where his soul experienced being in hell. So Joseph and Jonah were the image, the forecast of Jesus Christ, who came to save hostile people that are hostile to Him. Also, Apostle Matthew talks about the region of the shadow of death. He is referring to our earthly life. Our earthly life is the phase, the stage of the shadow of death. Also, Apostle Matthew tells us that light has dawned upon the people who lived in the region of darkness and the region of the shadow of death. And he was referring to a person. The person of Jesus Christ Himself is the light. Having a deeply loving attitude, like the attitude that we saw with Jesus Christ, coming to preach to a hostile people to Him, that attitude is a mandatory attitude for any work of salvation to take place. Without that loving attitude, nothing good can be accomplished. This is the core of the message of Jesus Christ, starting His preaching in the area of Galilee, that somehow at the time considered to be in their teaching and in their way of life and in the genealogy mixed with the pagans and foreigners. The attitude of superiority toward others prohibits us from helping others to be saved. We cannot be any good help to others if we have a superior attitude or look that we are better than them. Jesus Christ, who is completely sinless, Jesus Christ, who is a fully divine God in the flesh, he came down and he chose to start from an area that was very difficult and from people that were considered to be lost and outcast. The failure of the society today and throughout history, the failure to achieve any noble cause stems or is a result of the lack of loving attitude. We want to do good things for others, but we want to do it thinking of ourselves better than them, and we are doing them a favor. That's the attitude that leads to failure. Wanting to be benevolent to others, as we see from the message of Jesus Christ, starting his preaching in Zebulun, without imitating that attitude, is nothing but a self-serving crusade. It's nothing but a self-serving mission. It's nothing but a self-serving action. Only upon obtaining the humble and loving attitude, any good work toward others can be successful. Thank you very much.